The Calgary Flames have made a sneaky good signing that is perfect for the offensive depth the organization is looking for the future. With one goal in one game in his NHL career so far, many fans are glad that Sam Morton is back. We're going to get into all that and more in this video. First, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. We're so close to 4,000 subscribers, so do me that favor. Hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. I really, really do appreciate it. Now let's talk about Morty here. And of course, we're talking about Sam Morton, the latest to sign a new deal with the Calgary Flames. We have had many this offseason. A lot of people, you're going to be saying, what the heck's going on with the base bar at the bottom? Where's the ticker? For some reason, my Wi-Fi just isn't connected right now. It's just not working no matter how many times I reset it. So the software that it's connected to is from online, not working. So you can just stare at that blank base bar at the bottom if you'd like. But let's talk about Sam Morton. So he has signed. The Flames have signed forward Sam Morton to a one-year, two-way extension with an AAV of $775,000. God damn, that's a lot of money. But yeah, great. Honestly, this deal makes sense for him because he could see quite a lot of NHL minutes this year, depending on, what happens at training camp, what happens in the preseason, what happens in the NHL season, and of course, he definitely has a spot locked up with the Wranglers no matter what as well, and we would love to obviously keep him in the organization. So to have him for another year is absolutely great. I mean, maybe it would have been better to keep him for longer, but obviously he's going to want to play for a better deal. But per the club, the Flames have re-upped, so this is from the Flames themselves. It's not speculation like a lot of videos you see in the summer, but Ryan Pike points out that the Flames now have 43 players under contract for 2025-26, plus 4 remaining RFAs to re-sign. I believe the max you can have is 50, so we do have 4 more RFAs to bring it to 47 and still space for 3 more. Obviously, the biggest name of the RFAs for this offseason is, of course, Connor Zary, but no, great to have Sam Morton back. Obviously, he came in that 82nd game of the season last year, scored a goal. We remember how hyped his family was. It was awesome to see, and when the Flames first acquired him out of college, I was stoked. I thought he could be absolutely unreal. Especially the fact that he's a center, too, is really what we need. And he could very well become an everyday NHLer as early as this season. So, honestly, super pumped with this one. And it's sneaky because not a lot of people know who the heck this is unless you're a Flames fan. And even then, a lot of Flames fans won't know who it is. So glad to have Morty back. And hopefully we'll see quite a lot of NHL minutes next year. Now, speaking of signings, the next part of this video is going to be kind of looking even more ahead because obviously we've had this year's free agency. We've re-signed a lot of RFAs. There's still more to go, but next offseason could be a lot crazier. So here's an article from Cody Missick of the Win column, I believe, and he writes an early look at the Calgary Flames 2026 UFA and RFA class because it will be pretty big. And as you can see from the man right there, it really does matter, and maybe we could get a signature sooner rather than later. The Calgary Flames general manager, Craig Conroy, will have a handful of decisions to make in next year's offseason. We're going to take a look at, honestly, a big chunk of this article, not the whole thing, but please feel free to go read it. There will be multiple key players to extend next offseason, including goalie Dustin Wolf. The Flames will have multiple restricted and unrestricted free agent players to sign as next offseason approaches. Let's take an early look at the Flames free agency class of 2026. So let's start with the UFAs, and it's a pretty big list here. So Michael Backlund, our captain, Ryan Lomberg, Justin Kirkland, Rasmus Andersson, if he's still on the team. By the time free agency rolls around next year, then Conroy out, honestly. Jake Bean, Daniil Miramanov, Devin Cooley, Clark Bishop, and Ivan Prosvetov. So a couple goalies on there, a few D-men, and obviously some vets as well. So the most significant name on this list is defenseman Rasmus Andersson. There have been plenty of trade rumors going around about him, and it is most likely that he will be traded before this time. I mean, fingers crossed, it'd be nuts if not. It is time to move on from the veteran defenseman who has spent parts of 9 seasons with the organization. Signing Andersson to a long-term extension is one of the last things that management should do, as it would take away playing time from Zane Parekh and cap space from some of the younger guys we have to sign, like ones we'll talk about in this video, and guys like Zane Parekh. Another key player on this list is the Flames captain, Michael Backlund. Backlund has spent his entire 17-year career with the Flames organization. He has been a model of consistency with the franchise and is an excellent leader on and off the ice. It will be interesting to see what happens after next season, as Backlund will be 37 years old. Depending on where they are in the standings, should the Flames consider trading Backlund to a contending team at the trade deadline. The captain has a no movement clause, so it will be up to him whether he wants to stay or leave. If a team does want him and he wants a chance to go win the cup, I don't know why he would say no to that. On the other side, if he does just want to end his career with Calgary, then this might be it. I don't know if the Flames sign him after this year. So, maybe he's playing for a contract or just kind of playing for a chance to win the cup. Either way, it will be a very heartfelt goodbye when whatever decision Michael Backlund does obviously decide to make. He's top 10 in points all time for the organization. Obviously hasn't been able to bring any cups or anything, but neither did guys like Iggy. So, well, technically it was in. We all know that. But either way, Backlund is obviously a big name to keep track of. Now, if we take a look at the RFAs, this is where it gets even juicier. So another long list. The 2026 RFAs include Dustin Wolf, Martin Pospisil, William Stromgren, who hasn't really gotten a chance at the NHL yet, but it was unreal last year for the Wranglers, Carter King, Parker Bell, Lucas Siona, Yoni Yermo, Artyom Grushnikov, Nick Cechek, and Owen Say. So quite a long list, but a lot of guys who probably won't see any time with the Flames next season anyway. Will they want to play elsewhere? Will they sign just an AHL deal? Obviously, we'll have to wait and see, but let's get into what is written here. So without a doubt, goaltender Dustin Wolf is the most significant piece of the Flames on this list. Should the Flames sign him long term? I would think so. Or should they give him a bridge deal as a prove-it opportunity? I think he's proven that he's pretty good. Either way, Wolf will need a pay raise along with an extension. The rookie goalie was the Flames' best player last season and finished as the runner-up for the Calder Trophy. The Flames can sign him to an extension this offseason and potentially solve this before next season begins, which is what a lot of people want. A lot of people want, a Wolf signing over an Andersson trade. But it is obviously key. Dustin Wolf, super important. I think most fans would like to sign him long-term, have that number one goalie, locked in for the future when we're ready to contend, which, again, most people want. Martin Pospisil, probably the second biggest name on there. He is a solid depth piece for the Flames. He's coming off a rough season scoring-wise and will look to produce more next year. Pospisil was fantastic when he was originally called up the season before, but a huge scoring slump diminished his confidence last season. Conroy may look to sign Pospisil to a short-term extension to keep his tough play in the lineup. I don't know which way I lean. I'd like to have a guy like Pospisil around, but is he absolutely essential? No. We'll have to see what happens, to be honest. The remaining RFAs are depth players who may bounce around from the AHL to NHL. The most notable name remaining is prospect William Stromgren, who has made some nice progress at the AHL level. He put up a respectable 49-point campaign in 70 games with the Wranglers last year. The 22-year-old is a strong candidate to make his NHL debut next season and could fight his way into the bottom six. Like Pospisil, the Flames would probably offer Stromgren a short-term deal to keep him in the organization. Most of these guys, other than Wolf, really would get, a short-term deal, probably two-way, like a lot of our RFAs this year. We saw that with Dryden Hunt earlier, and obviously now with Sam Morton as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of names. There's going to be some work to do. What kind of money will we have? What will the team be looking like? I think a lot of these guys, if they want to remain in the organization, will remain in the organization. That's at the end of the day, they're RFAs. That's kind of how it goes, restricted free agents. But, yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be a busy summer just like this one was. Maybe crazier stuff will happen. Who knows what the trade rumors will be like next summer. But at least we know free agency internally, it can work out things before, obviously, the season begins. So we'll just have to obviously wait and see. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. It comes from yesterday's video, of course. And this was a great comment here from Kevin about, maybe where Andersson could be traded. So he said Dallas would be the best fit because I think Dallas would be one of the teams Raz would extend. But the package still isn't going to be what Conroy would be hoping for. I think Maverick Bourque and the Dallas 2026 second round pick would be a decent enough return to end this saga. And that's what we want more than anything, is to end this saga. But Dallas could make sense. I don't know why Raz would say no there, but you'd be shocked, I guess. And yeah, Bourque and a 2026 second. Sure, we'd like to add more, but honestly, that's a decently fair return compared to most trade proposals. So I like that, and Dallas could definitely be an option. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.